Hey, welcome back to ABTG, the channel where we try to figure out whether something is absolute bullshit or true greatness or something in between. We are continuing on with our full rewatch of all of these Spider-Man's movies. And we're basically hitting the end of it because I won't be watching the MCU ones just yet. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I need to publicly apologize to all of the people that I defended this movie with my life to. I used to live with a guy. He said that the movie was shit. It was garbage, and I said, no, it's not. It's great. What are you, crazy? I apologize. He was right. The movie's not great. It's not good. Oh my god. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I remember really loving Jamie Foxx in this thing, and look, I didn't dislike him. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this is kind of out of Jamie Foxx's comfort zone, but I think he handled it really well. I know it's kind of cliche at this point, the nerdy character with the glasses that gets pushed aside by everyone and disregarded, disrespected, but I think that Jamie Foxx handled it very well, and aside from the fact that they painted him bright, ugly blue, I think the transformation made sense, and I think that he handled the performance of the transformation very well. To add some context to all this, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a very straightforward follow-up to the story of The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. They don't dive heavily into romantic triangles, that kind of stuff. And they do give us a pretty straightforward villain, someone that is underappreciated, very much disrespected, that wants and that needs to be loved and to be admired and to be seen. He mostly wants to be seen. And look, on paper, I'm sure this was supposed to work, but again, they go for this thing where they try to appeal to everybody. They try to make Peter Parker too cool, like he's more cool than what you'd think he is. He is the kind of nerdy dude. I don't see him being as cool as what they make him out to be in this movie. And then of course they just smack you in the face with all of these very cringe and very dated now pop hits, the dubsteps, and God. It's not the most enjoyable of experiences, especially considering this movie double downs on what the first one did. They have a very interesting villain with quite an intriguing gimmick, but they make him look goofy, just goofy as fuck. And then of course there's a secondary villain in the film, but I never felt really menaced or threatened by that one. They end up using the more interesting villain as the Muscle, which is kind of a strange move. I mean, yeah, much like the first one, all of the performances are great. Everyone handles their what they're given very well. It's competently directed, although I will say that there's like an oversaturation in a lot of the colors, and it's kind of disturbing. But yeah, it's just one of those things that doesn't click. I feel like all of the elements that came together didn't click at all, and it's kind of a, we need to make a Spider-Man movie because we own Spider-Man or the rights to it, and it's like, we need to make one and we need to have as many people come and watch it as possible. What do we need to put in the movie? And it gives you a movie that's not unique enough to justify its own existence. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is probably the worst Spider-Man movie to date. It sits below average. It's not as good as the first. They have different pros and different cons, these two movies, but yeah. Below average for me. What did you think of The Amazing Spider-Man 2? Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.